Welcome back to the channel. That is W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith, and we are starting our collected customs and collectibles and customs for the month of June of 2023. Yeah, so anything with that we was able to purchase, or anything that we was able to customize throughout the month of June will be broadcast here. And we'll try to show you is what we've been able to add to our collection, either customize or purchase, and we'll go from there. And I'll kind of tell you a little bit of everything going on here. Yeah, we're a couple of days behind. I wanted to record on the 6th, but we had the 4th. You know, we had people still popping fireworks. Not a soundproof room that I'm in, so so I had to adjust and wait a couple of days. And that also gave me a couple of days to get a couple more vehicles in, so I can broadcast for your collect, to add for you to see and to add to my collection. And also going to go over a couple of things as well as we go along. But without further ado, we'll get started, and we'll go with a customized Jada Toys H2 Hummer. Now, this is one of those monster trucks that I'm trying desperately to stay out of the rabbit hole. Stay out of the monster truck rabbit hole. A friend of mine is into into collecting monster trucks and stuff. He really has a whole set. I gotta see that, and if he lets me, I'll try to broadcast. I'll try to record it, broadcast it for you guys, and for you to see. But right now, this is the H2 Hummer from Jada Toys that we've put South Carolina Highway Patrol decals on it. Decals by Bill Bozo Decals. Thank you, sir. We've actually put it on there. Wasn't sure if this kind of works out. Kind of has a slope look to it on the decals when we put it on there, because the mirror that's on there wasn't detailed all the way through. Yeah, it wasn't detailed all the way through, so we detailed it. Put some light bar, made the bars on top simulate light bars, and did some details on the marker lights. A little bit of detail on there after we put the decals on there. Whoa, wants to run. Yeah. And then we decorated the tail lights. We kind of went full-fledged on the tail lights and detailing. Now, they had the bottom part of the tail lights already done, but we went all out on the detailing, especially on the back, and then put state trooper decal on the back, and then on the side. And this one's a little bit sloped here, but it looks more sleek. But yeah, right now it's on there, but it's not on there it's not sealed. We didn't put any type of clear coat on it to seal it. So we're trying to see if this looks good, and if it looks good, I'll leave it as it is, and then I'll put the clear coat on there. But if not, we'll probably take it off and then trim it, and probably put the state trooper, move the state trooper somewhere maybe on the rear of the vehicle and stuff, instead of on the front where you're having a hard time seeing it through the wheel well and all the other things, the mirror and all the other things that's in there. Good feel through, but to give it an honest test, but we'll see what happens. Or we'll put another unit in there. All the lights that we detailed on the front. Look at that, so many lights. If you hit the bright lights, you'll really blind people. You'll blind people with the lights that they have on now. Oncoming traffic, that's what you're blind. But nicely done. And hopefully one of the first and hopefully only vehicles monster truck vehicles that will do any type of detail on. I know there's a couple we're going to be working on throughout the year, but that's just one of them. South Carolina Highway Patrol H2 Hummer from Jada Toys. And then we customized that for the most part. Next up This is a 1970 Plymouth Cuda, and we kind of customized that. It already had the designs, the tampos on it on the side. That's what we did here. Yeah, we did the tampos was already done on the side. This is made by Hot Wheel. No, excuse me, Matchbox. It's made by Matchbox. And we made the decals for this. It's called York County Police on it. Made a symbol on the side. Yeah, dial 911. We blended in with the tampos that was already in there. That was already on there. We converted it into a police car for a while, but we had a different type of light bar, and it didn't look like a light bar. It didn't have a feel of a light bar, so we did that and added a couple more decals to it and make it look like a couple more decals to it. Make it look like a legitimate police car, even though it's a 70s Plymouth Cuda. Detailed the back a little bit with the lights and colored the inside of it, back side of it in. Nicely done. Added a light bar, and like I said, we added a couple of police on the top of the hood and top of the trunk. And on this one, we went with, the same side, and detailed the marker lights. Detailed the front too. Nicely done. And so nice, it did it twice. Now, like I said, we gave this to our stepdad, the previous one to our stepdad, but we did not put the clear coat on it. We didn't have a clear coat option at the time. Now that we did, and said, hey, while we're here, and while we stopped by to see Mom and our stepdad, we said, hey, might as well pick that up and put the clear coat on it. And before we put the clear coat on it, fixed any decals that may need to be fixed, added a few, and going with the and chromed the wheels. We did chrome the wheels. Nicely done all the way around. Fantastic. Fantastic. Matchbox 70s Plymouth Cuda. Nicely done. Got a vehicle that we did, police car first respond as a police car, and we did this in honor of somebody that's fighting cancer, and we've been doing a few of these lately for a few people that we know of in our family or friends inner circle that has been battling cancer or has battled cancer in the past, and we made police cars, first responder vehicles for them in their honor with these designs in mind. Now, we did the decals ourselves on this one. Nicely done. Got the lighthouse, shine a light, and then we'll put Berkeley County Police. That's the person's last name. We made it a police car. Put a USA Universal badge on it. This one will have Deuteronomy 31. So we'll have Deuteronomy 31:8. Not sure you're going to see it enough, but it says Deuteronomy 31:8 on the side, on the front, and on the side, and on the other side, and the passenger side. Nicely done. It has a ribbon on the rear of the back. Has 911 we made. Yeah, we made this decal. And it's Berkeley County Police. As the Deuteronomy 31:8 is the Lord that goes before you. He will be with you. He will not leave or forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed. And that's the phrase for biblical phrase in Deuteronomy. Fight like a girl on the top of the hood. Has the police, and it has the name on the very top of the vehicle. It's on all these designs on a green light, black casing of a police interceptor utility. Nicely done. And we just kept it a slick top. We put some detail. We detailed the visor lights in the front and the back. Has a good chevron in the back as well. I think we put a Florida license plate in it. That's where she's from. That's where she's live at now. And we detailed a little bit on the front. Want to detail the lights in the front. Nicely done. And that will be going. That'll be going to her soon. Not soon enough. And we wish her well in her fight against cancer. Yeah, she's been battling this for months now, so you know, we kind of pray for her. We were praying for her, and we're doing a little bit more in the process. Next vehicle up is the green light blank casing of the Chevy Tahoe, and we made it to a fire and rescue vehicle. Decals we did ourselves. And we had a friend of ours whose son graduated from high school recently. Of course, like everybody else was graduating. Seems like everybody was graduating. But anyway, this is for him. Has his name on the door, in between the handles. It's on each side. Has fire and rescue right there, of course. It's in a good font, different font. Decals that we made. Dial 911 has graduate on the front, and 2023 is the year he graduated. The year he graduates, of course. Has the Batman symbol in there. He's kind of a fan of Batman and Batmobiles. Even though this is not a Batmobile, I'm sure he's going to put some wings on it when he gets it. Let me see. Fire and rescue on the top of the hood as well. Has a badge right underneath the fire symbol badge underneath the mirrors on both sides. It has graduate Logan, as you can see. 2023 on the rear, and then the light bar in the process that we customized and put on there. And then on the rear, you see that here. And the initials of the school he graduated from. Man, I need to do that for my card. License plate looks nice. Even though I do say so myself since I made it. But the details on the front, put some lights on the grill and make it look good. And there you have it. Blank Chevy Tahoe casting that we decorated into a Logan Fire and Rescue vehicle, first responder vehicle, to give to him, to congratulate him on his graduation for 2023. He'll be receiving this shortly. Heck, I had the opportunity to, talk to him and see if we could hold out, at least talk to his dad and see if we can hold out giving him this vehicle until we record it. Next vehicle up, the Berkeley County Sheriff's Department on a blank. That was on a blank Chevy Tahoe, green light Chevy Tahoe. Nicely done. Nicely done on the decals. Decals by Cardinal Police Diecast. Thank you, gentlemen. They did a great job with this, and we was able to put it on there onto this. Nicely done. These decals are a little bit fragile, but when you handle them, you may see some lines wavy a little bit while we was trying to put this on. Yeah, very delicate, no doubt about it. We kept it a slick top vehicle. And did the same thing on the other one. Has the stripes, Berkeley County Sheriff. Nicely done. Numbered on the number on the side on the front, right before the headlights. And then you have the badge right there underneath the mirrors. You have a couple of decals over there on the side, just before the back window, rear window, and kept a slick top. So we detailed the front with lights on the grill, visor lights on the top, in the front and on the rear. And we did the upper rear lights as well. Detailed that. Doesn't stand out as the real thing, but to let you know that we kind of detailed to make it look like that. And it looks dynamite. Also got the sheriff on the back along with the license plate and the unit number that they have. Berkeley County in South Carolina. And we've already had a Berkeley County Sheriff added to our collection as we talked about the county police units across the state of South Carolina. So we're working on the state of South Carolina. We already had Berkeley County, but hey, it's good. If somebody's making these decals, we'll try to get them and add them to the fleet in our collection. So nicely done by Cardinal Police Diecast. Appreciate it, gentlemen. Did a great job with it, and our guys did a great job with the detailing. Next unit up is the U.S. Coast Guard on a green light police interceptor utility vehicle. Oh, nicely done. Decals by Police Decals and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Looks great as usual. Outstanding job. It has the U.S. Coast Guard with the swirl going up there with the badge, with their logo badge on it. U.S. Coast Guard written on it. Then it has this flag on the side above the decal. Nicely done. Also has I think it's a law enforcement unit. Yes, law enforcement unit on this. Not sure we can get that. Yeah, there you go. Not sure we got it now. Law enforcement has the light bar that we installed on it, and then detailed the lights on the front, underneath the grill, and the headlights, and did details on the grill as well, in between the Ford oval. Did the same thing on the. Also designed the second one. Also designed the other side. Very similar. And then on the rear, put my hand on just in case it rolls, because we're not in a position to catch it. And then it has a chevron on the end. There we go. Has a chevron on the end. Nicely done. Has a light bar on the top, if I didn't mention that before. But nicely done. And we chrome the wheels in the middle. Centered it off. Nicely done, of the U.S. Coast Guard. Whoa. Nicely done. Try. This is the next unit up, the San Antonio Police in San Antonio, Texas, on a green light salt and pepper version of the police interceptor utility. Nicely done. Has the police on it, protecting the Alamo City, San Antonio, right there in between the mirror and the door handle on the side. Has the stripe that, that goes from in to in on the white portion of the doors. Nicely done. Decals by Police Decals and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Fabulous job as always. Has a crest, unit crest, and a city crest of San Antonio on it, intertwined together. Nicely done. Don't know if we can really get there as far as getting a good visual on it. About as good as it's gonna get just before it blurs up on you, but nicely done. It has the police and 911 on the opposite side of the door trunk, and then rinse and repeat on the other side. Nicely done. We detailed. Didn't do too much detailing. The vehicle came like this with the lights on underneath the headlights. Nicely done. The San Antonio Police Department on a green light police interceptor utility vehicle. Nicely done. Next unit up is the Coastal Carolina Department of Public Safety vehicle. Dodge Charger. Coastal Carolina University up there. It has the Coastal Carolina University. Has police. Has the swirl going up. Has the word law enforcement, I believe, on there. Yeah. But you can't get a good look at that. We're going to have to fix that, fix that one up and make it at least legible. There's the decal, their mascot. Nicely done. The rooster, I guess. Chandelier. But their phone number on there. Nicely done. It's not a 911 phone number. They didn't have anything in the back, but we did put police on there just to put it on there because they do have it on their regular units. This is kind of like a specialty unit here, with it being in black. Black Dodge Charger. This casting is a Hot Wheels casting. Nicely done. Converted into this type of vehicle. And the decals fit. Yes, decals came from 10-8 Collectibles. Thank you, sir. Did a great job with that. Nicely done. Didn't do too much to the front. Didn't really need to. Kind of did some detailing work on the headlights and the marker lights on the and the hazard lights on the bottom. So let's put a light bar on the top and tinted the windows. Yep, tinted the windows so the chandelier hairstyle will show off better when it hits the windshield. Coming off just like it does in the picture, so it does a great job with it. Nicely done. And a South Carolina license plate on the back as well. Nicely done. The Coastal Carolina University Department of Public Safety Dodge Charger. Hot Wheels Dodge Charger on this one. Next unit up is the Ohio State University Police Department. The Ohio State University Police Department does good. Has a good swirl. Has a good swirl design. That starts from the front wheel well to the back of the window. On this Ford Police Interceptor utility vehicle. This is the vehicle casting is a 2014 casting of the Police Interceptor utility. I think even before they called the Police Interceptor utility, but we had a spare casting of this one coming when it was made from another unit, and we just took the decals off and refurbished it into this unit. Has the decals on it by Cardinal Police Diecast. Thank you, gentlemen. And then we installed this on there. That came with the swirl, black and red swirl. Like I said, from the front wheel well to the back of the rear windshield. With the badge just before the mirror. Has the font here, of course. And then the 911 font. Down 911 font on the bottom rear part of the vehicle. And then on this one has the chevron, the police, 911 as well, and then a license plate. And then the other side. And then on this side, On the front side, we just marked already. It was already detailed from the last unit. We just put it on this one. Kept it on this one. Even detailed lights on the mirrors as well. Nicely done. Of the Ohio State University Police Department. Not a Buckeyes fan, but we have been doing a lot of school units, Ohio, and they deserve to be up there as well with all the other school units that we're adding to our collection. Next unit up, the Delaware State Police on a Matchbox Ford Expedition. Nicely done. Has the yellow stripe with the crest on it, Delaware State Police crest on it. State Trooper on the back, on top of the line, and before the rear windshield. So it's sandwiched in between. Also has the anniversary logo of the Delaware State Police, as well as the fact that we detailed the light bars as well on the roof rack and visor lights on the front and back. This was a previous unit's vehicle, and then we turned around and made it into this one and then added to the fleet of these Ford Expeditions that the Delaware State Troopers have, that we have in our collection. So see, we had a series of these, and then we made into the Delaware State Police, and this is one that we add to the series. The only difference is we did put the anniversary decal on the rear of the vehicle, and that's about it. But the only difference that you'll see from this one out of all the other Ford Expedition castings that we have in the fleet. Decals made by Police Decals and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Did a great job with that, and we're also going to thank you on the others that you're going to see in just a moment. We did do details on the front, headlights and the bumper, turn signals and stuff. Colored the grill in, painted the back on the bumper, painted the bumper. Didn't have to paint the vehicle, but it really pops. It really pops with all the light details and all the other details that we was making on the lights, headlights, areas around the bumper, and it really shows off as a sporty police vehicle. But like I said, this is just part of it, and this is kind of the anniversary version of it. So send it with that, and we'll put this on the corner here so it won't roll off. And then we have another Delaware State Police in there. Nicely done. Now the decals of the Delaware State Police is by Miss Rhonda for Police Decals and Deals. Start that off very well. This is their anniversary. This is their centennial vehicles, and Delaware State Police has had several versions of vehicles to their fleet to celebrate their centennial anniversary. 100 years. When they started in 1923. So happy birthday to the Delaware State Police. Now the blue, light blue bar going across along with the Delaware State Police. And then in the rear it has State Police. We added the decal State Police, and then the light license plate 1923 right underneath the State Police on the rear tailgate of this vehicle. We kept a slick top, so we detailed the visor lights in the front and the back, and then you see the side version as well, and then you'll see the front version where we detailed the lights. Alright. Put you here. Well, we go with this one. The coup de grace, so to speak. Another Chevy Tahoe, green light Chevy Tahoe casting. The white one was a green light Chevy Tahoe casting. But this is the blue one, the traditional one, with the exception of the 100-year logo on it. Celebrating the Delaware State Police logo. Same bar, same state trooper written on it and everything else. And has the crest, has the anniversary crest on the rear of the vehicle, rear side window of the vehicle. Has state police on this one on the windshield. And then the 1923 license plate as well. Nicely done. We added the light bar and detailed the lights on the tailgate top. Yeah, just above the windshield. Nicely done. And then we just did the same thing on the other side, of course. Just shows you a different version of a different variation of their vehicles that they added to the fleet and for their anniversary of their unit. And then state police in the front with the lights detailed in the grill, and then the state police on the front, top of the hood, just in the front of the vehicle. Nicely done. Of course, and this one we put a light bar on it. The Delaware State Police, we're celebrating their anniversary, 100 years. Happy birthday, happy centennial to the Delaware State Police. Nicely done. This is not it. There's still some more to come for this, that they added. Delaware State Police added a lot, quite a few vehicles to their fleet with different variations of their decals and their designs that they added to each of their fleet. So this is just the beginning. We're going to try to get all the vehicles covered for you, if we can find some. But if we can find some of the older vehicles, we'll probably put it on that as well. But we're definitely going to add it to the fleet at some point in time or another. Just want to get these three out of the way because they were available at the time. These are current castings and they were available at the time. The Delaware State Police. Once again, happy anniversary, 100 years. Happy centennial to the Delaware State Police. They took up too much airtime. We should be getting it. Another unit celebrating their centennial as well is the Kentucky State Police. They're celebrating their centennial. I think 75 years is the unit's anniversary. Whoa, and this is on the green light casting. Trying to work the camera half by hand, half by tripod. But this is the Kentucky State Police anniversary centennial vehicle. Their regular vehicles are in gray. And yeah, just gray. Just plain old, some type of dark smoke colored gray in a way. Or silver. But they, or silver color. But now, to celebrate their anniversary and celebrate their centennial of sorts, they have it in a white, a light color or a white colored casting with a blue paint a blue paint scheme on the top of the hood and the trunk. So it's a two-tone vehicle, white and blue. Decals made by Decals made by Cardinal Police Diecast. Thank you, gentlemen. Has a light bar on the top. That on there, and detailed the green light Dodge Charger casting. Detailed it. After painting the hood and the trunk, we detailed the front of the grill. A little bit of the Dodge Charger, nicely done. And we detailed and then did the same thing in the front. Light bar added on the top, if I didn't mention that. And then on the back, you have State Police on there. We did paint the very back portion of the trunk. Put State Police on it. Nicely, nicely done. So nice. We made 2 of them. So here's the second one. Congratulations, happy birthday, and happy centennial to the Kentucky State Police. Nicely, nicely done. Nicely, nicely done. Also in the state of Kentucky is the Louisville Police Department. Put this on a, we put this on a Matchbox Police Interceptor sedan casting. Nicely done. Decals by who is he decaled by? JNS Decals? Yeah, JNS Decals did this. Thank you, gentlemen. Did a great job. Has the police, has the crest on it with the stripe going down diagonally from the hood, from the hood of the vehicle to the, on the side, from the hood of the vehicle to the side, and all the way to the second door. Second part of the door. 911 on the rear, just before the lights. And the casting already had a push bar and a light bar already added to it. We just put the decals on there and then we detailed it. Detailed the front. Detailed the front of the vehicle as well as the push bar. Did a great job with that. And then did this, and then did the other side. Has Louisville up there by the door handle, and its badge and its badge crest underneath the mirror. It has Metro on the wheel well of the vehicle, on the front of the vehicle. Nicely done. I don't know if you can see it all the way, because this is a decal that's blended into the stripe of the vehicle. That's going diagonally. Nicely done. And then on the back, doesn't have much on this one. I think it has Metro Police. It's Louisville Metro Police Department. Yeah. So it has Metro Police on the back. It's on the upper part of the rear. Opposite side of the Ford Oval. I'm not sure you're going to get a good look at that, but it is detailed well, and the Metro Police is on there, is on the back. Nicely, nicely done. Most of their fleet of vehicles, that they have is on the Police Interceptor sedan, but we do have one on a Chevy Tahoe as well. I'm not sure if we showed you that or not, but if we did, we showed you that in previous vehicles. So nice. Get it twice. All right. Nicely, nicely done. All right. I think that's it. I think that's it. And here's your FedEx truck. Yeah, it's not a police car. I mean, we're not going to make it into a police car, but just want to let you know we are doing some details. We do detail work on some of these vehicles as well, civilian vehicles as well. we're not just about police cars and first responder vehicles, but that's what we've been most dedicated to because of the requests that we've been getting. So, but we try not to make it a dominating, a channel dominated by police cars and first responder vehicles. It just wound up being that way. But here's a FedEx vehicle that we detailed. The blank one has no details on the lights and stuff. Just want to show you that. And then, like to have a decal on the back. So that's what we've been doing, putting a decal on the back and detailing the lights. And we have a few of these FedEx trucks, thanks to Big Lots, who's been able to come up with quite a few FedEx unit trucks and stuff, yeah, and have these vehicles available. And we stay patient. We didn't have to, so we wound up not having to spend a lot on this. And then we was able to get multiple ones, enough to make the fleet. Now we have several other vehicles in the fleet, but they're mostly vans. Kind of panel vans and vans like this, and DHL kind of thing that we have. The DHL vehicles we have. Nicely done. But they also, we detailed the heck out of these too. But these Volkswagen, Matchbox vans and stuff is for one example that we have a lot in the fleet, but they need to be detailed. And we usually, anything that we put in our diorama roads, we'll usually detail at least the headlights and the taillights. So nicely done. Nicely done. So, and we just got this FedEx truck not too long ago. Probably just recently. But thanks in part for several stores, but Big Lots definitely. And we just happened to see one in Big Lots. We had one, but we only had one. And then we got more than that. Boy, we went ahead and did that. We already had decals available for FedEx. So we didn't have any issues on that. And we also have UPS, but we're working on UPS. We don't have that design available just yet. But just wanted to let you know we do some detail work as well on these vehicles, police cars and first responder vehicles, because they're good practice for what we do. These vehicles are good practice for what we do on the actual police cars and first responder vehicles. This one, 69 Mercury Cyclone, nicely done. We kind of did the back as well. Detailed it, put at least the headlights and taillights on it and stuff. On this one, the headlights, we just kind of left it like it is, but then colored in the grill. And, do little details like that. That's what we do as well. It's optional whether you want to do it that way or not, but that's how we practice our details, is on some of the civilian vehicles like this. And give it a little bit of pop, but definitely have some headlights and taillights available so we can put it on our diorama, which is also as incomplete as I'll get as. No doubt about it. No signage. And just 3D printing traffic lights and stuff. So, yeah, it'll be a work in progress. I might catch up by the time I retire. Who knows? But a couple other vehicles here. The Super V. 69 Dodge Coronet Super V. Also, while hitting the camera, give you that. We detailed that a little bit as well. Gave it some headlights and taillights as well. Colored it in a little bit. Kept keeping some of the tampos, keeping the paint scheme. And we might change the wheels eventually, but right now the details of headlights and taillights, that's our priority right now, to put it on the dioramas county that we have, so it works out well. But most of all, we just all full-fledged into this. One more unit to go, and that's the Wisconsin State Patrol. We had this unit recorded in the previous video. However, we made a fleet. We only made one of those in the previous video. We only made one of these vehicles. Now we made a fleet. These are the Hot Wheels Dodge Chargers of the Wisconsin State Patrol. Nicely done. We got the decals by Police Decals and Deals. Thank you, Miss Rhonda. Has the stripe with the crest, with the Wisconsin State Police State Patrol crest on it. Has State Patrol on the back of on the side rear. In the back has State Patrol here with the State Patrol in the back and the chevron in the back, and bumper stickers sandwiched between the State Patrol and the chevron, as well as the license plate, which is a Wisconsin license plate. And then on the sides, look good. Has a light bar on the top. And then here you got the push bar on the front, detailed well. And we detailed the headlights, believe it or not. May not look the part. We might have to do that over again, but that's an easy fix. So nice. We made it twice. Yeah, buddy. And there you have it. Our custom purchase, our purchase vehicles or customized vehicles for the month of June of 2023. Nicely done all day long. And that's what we've done for the month of June. Thank you for watching W.K.R.H 12 Productions. Thank you for your support, and thank you for your support of the channel in any way, shape, or form. Don't worry, we still have the local units coming up. I haven't forgot it. We was just busy. I didn't think we'd be busy on a vacation period, but we were busy on a vacation period. And I'll try to get that going before the football season. But nicely done. We'll have some nicely done units, local units, that I want you to see. And we're going to have a couple of local units. We're going to try to vary by state and just try to get it going, vary the city units or county units by state and go from there. And just try to get you going on that. Also, some special videos might be coming up throughout the year. We'll keep you informed on that as we go along. But that's pretty much it. Try to make this as short and sweet as possible to keep it under an hour. And if I stop talking, that will happen. Thank you once again for your support of the channel of W.K.R.H 12 Productions. I'm Keith. We'll see you on the next one.